Birddogs 1-year review. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, high five and welcome. All right, so we have a super busy day today, but if you guys had dropped over to this video because of the Birddog Shorts review, I'm gonna probably put it towards the end so you can go ahead and skip all of this stuff and then just hop right on over. But today is a beautiful day and we're gonna go ahead and start it off with a workout. So, health, let's go.
I don't know who the fuck to trust, is she my friend or my foe? I'm off the exit, draw, yeah, she give me that claim as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, silly on block, Bambi. Baby's yellow, text. She wanna eat me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I run up the racks like an athlete. Big facts, you're the dick, 6 flags. Ballin' like big facts, told her I love her. I ain't really mean that, yeah.
Nowadays these people are funny. Remember way back she was lovely. These bitches sneaky can't cover. I got 4 hoes that went to I remember. Remember I was selling dog food, no kibbles, just to get me some krill. Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to get me some chip.
Surfing, rock in the parking lot, my weed louder than like the gay bar block. I be on her mind like non-stop, yeah. Had to cut the little thought, no tomahawk. Remember smoking blunts with my friends. Seconds a couple of days, yeah. Lost a lot to the fan. That's the shit got me upset.
So guys, we just got back from the gym. Got a cupcake here. But you know, one thing that I wanted to talk about was just the importance of taking your time and patience with your journey in weight loss or fitness goals, right? And you know, the reason why I bring this up is because I was at the gym today and I was approached by a member of the gym that I frequently talk with, and he had been asking me for specific tips and tricks. And you know, there's not really any secret formula to this whole weight loss and fitness journey that you and I are on, right? It's a very simple process. You figure out your calories, and depending on your goals, you know, whether you want to gain or whether you want to lose weight, regardless of whether or not you want to look a certain way when it comes to muscular structure and, you know, the density of your muscle, but just simple weight loss is just being in a deficit, right? And obviously, to a certain extent, you want to pay particular attention to the certain types of foods that you're consuming. Everyone's got their own health, you know, goals and nutrition, you know, style or approaches. But at the end of the day, it really is just being about patient and being consistent. And so I just found it really interesting that over the years, I've gotten a lot of questions related to, you know, how can I lose 30 pounds in a month? Well, you know, everyone's got a different body type, and it really does depend on how you approach your training and nutrition. And so it's, you know, I just wanted to urge you guys, hold steadfast, make sure that you stay consistent and be patient with this process and becoming a better you, right? So I'm right now trying to lose a little bit of weight just to kind of trim down a little bit and keep that figure going. But I hope you guys find that information helpful. So patience is key. All right, guys, so Birddogs. So over the last year, I've taken these bad boys through the ringer, right? I've got the Billy Buds and then also the Black Angus. And I've taken them throughout my vacations. I've taken them to the pool. I've taken them to the beach, the daily workouts, daily errands. And, you know, I've got to say that these have held up, and I've been impressed with the quality. I've had them for about a year. So, I wanted to share over the last year what I've liked, what I haven't liked, and then just what my overall thoughts have been about the Birddogs gym shorts. Because I think, first impressions will give you kind of that initial scope of what these shorts can give you guys from initial impressions. But I think over the long term, you kind of get a better idea of how these shorts kind of fit into your lifestyle, right? And whether or not they actually make sense for your daily activities, workouts, and so forth. First things first, I don't know who thought of having a liner in these pair of shorts, but overall, these have been super comfortable, and I don't really have any complaints with how they actually fit. But I do think that, one of the caveats of having a liner in a pair of shorts is that it begs the question, how often do you wash them, right? So for someone like me, I like to try and get the most use out of a pair of clothing until I have to wash them. And, maybe it's just a guy thing or maybe it's just me. But for something like this, if I'm going to the grocery store, I have a really hard time putting these on and then coming back and having to think about whether or not I need to throw these into the wash or if I can leave them in my dresser or the closet. One other aspect to these liners is, while I do think that these are super comfortable because they definitely do keep things nice and just really, put together when you got them on, is I don't know if I would really trust these as workout gear. Probably for your general weightlifting, yoga type sessions, maybe some cardio type sessions. But, for those of you who are used to wearing compression shorts underneath your regular trainer shorts, this might be a little bit different. So for me, this works really well when I'm in a pinch and I haven't done laundry, I don't have any boxers left. I know that I can go to these to throw these on and I'll be comfortable throughout the day, no matter how long or how short I wear them for, right? So that's something to think about. And next up is washing and drying. First up, in terms of washing and drying, they're super simple. You can just throw them into the wash, no problem, whatever. But I will say, after having them for a year, these Black Angus ones have shrunk on me quite a bit, and it could be that I've just washed them in high heat. Who knows? But this one has shrunk quite a bit. This one has shrunk slightly. I don't really notice a whole lot. These I wear more often than these guys. So it's, you kind of take it with a grain of salt in terms of, what I'm offering you guys in terms of my opinion. But I do think that what is important to note is, if you're on the cusp of a specific size, so I got mediums in both of these, but if you're on the cusp of a certain size, when you try these on, just think about when you do wash them over time that you might, have a smaller or tighter fitting pair of shorts. So that might be a little bit of a hurdle for folks who are on the cusp of a certain size, whether it's small to medium, medium, large, etc. Casual shorts, or are they considered trainers? Now, when I go to the Birddogs website, I see these as gym shorts. So I'm not too bothered by them having a traditional waistband or a drawstring waistband. The biggest thing for me is when you take these out and you use them as casual shorts, maybe you're dressed up with a button-up or a polo. I don't know if it necessarily really bothers me, but it has been something that I've thought about in terms of casual shorts usually have a button or some type of fly that's associated with them, and I do think that cosmetically it would make these shorts a lot nicer. I'm not sure if it's actually needed, but it has been something that I notice could definitely be applied, and I noticed that during conversations with some other folks that do own Birddogs, that would be something nice to have as well. And kind of going back to the liners too, I think it would be really cool to see the Birddogs offer a feature that allows you to pick up a pair of shorts without having to have a liner. Overall, the Birddogs shorts have been super awesome. I love the way that they fit. I haven't had any issues with the seams tearing or any specific type of, fabric issues, whether it's been pilling or any rips or tears against them. The waistband is still super comfortable. It is your traditional drawstring waistband, so there's no real complaints there. I do think that really it does go back to the liner issue, and then also potential sizing and also washing and drying, so more so care instructions. overall, they've been great and would continue to highly recommend them to anyone who is looking for a pair of more versatile pair of shorts that isn't just geared towards training. And that's also another added bonus for folks who are trying to kind of slim down their wardrobe or closet in order to allow them more versatility in creating different outfits for different occasions with as many few pieces as possible. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time. I'll see you guys later. Peace.